Well, you guys asked for it. You wanted to know about my mistress. So, me and Brown Dog are gonna let you see her.
Army charmer, that Navy baby, that Marine queen, the lady that's known as Lou.
My wife calls it a mistress because I spent a lot of time working on this thing, trying to get it going, and built it up from basically nothing. And this is about, I don't know, 2 years worth of work, maybe 3. I'm not quite sure. I lost track after a while. But yeah, this is my mistress. Here you guys go. It is a 1980 CJ7. The wheelbase is 112 inches.
Damn!
I'll give you the walk around. Man, look at the hips on that thing.
I like 'em big, I like 'em chunky, I like 'em big, I like 'em lumpy.
Sitting on some Mickey Thompson, I'm pretty sure they're Baja Pro stickies that I won in a Facebook forum that I was on. I raffled for, I think I paid $75 a ticket. Well, I won them.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot. It's serious.
That pretty much created the 1-ton build. New fenders, built all those, built the bumper. Front end, it's all hydro steer. So, you kind of see, it's kind of another snowball effect, kind of like my 78 Ford, but this is the one that created it all pretty much. It got me into building stuff and making stuff with your own hands. And a lot of stuff I ordered, but there was a whole lot of stuff that I just built by myself, you know, messing with it, flip-flopping stuff around, making stuff work. Just because it's not out of a 1980 CJ7 doesn't mean it won't fit. Anything will fit. If you got the desire to put something in a vehicle, it'll fit. And it'll run. And it'll run pretty damn good sometimes.
You know, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
We're working on the fenders right now. I need to get some inner fenders. So right now, there's nothing up in there. But they're turning out pretty good. Got some race line wheels. What do you think, Coda? Getting tired? Yeah. Brown Dog? Yeah. So, this is kind of where we're at right now. As you see right now, this is, the rear end of this is at full stuff. So, this is, let's see, that's the full upstroke on that ORI strut that I got. You can kind of see under there just how tight everything is.
I said, God damn!
My brake line, you can see, I had to do a little persuading because my exhaust is so tight. Everything is just, it's tight. There's nothing up there that's not tight. But when you got 16 inches of travel, it's pretty darn hard to make everything fit. Might be able to get a little better view from down here on it, on the full stuff part. It's So that's a 14 bolt corporate out of a cabin chassis that I've welded a Artec truss to. Double triangulated 4-link up here. Yeah. Brown dog is smelling the dog that was at work today. He's thinking I'm cheating on him.
Like it's not what you think, old pal.
And that's a Dana 300 transfer case, twin stick, 4-to-1, low end. And you come 465, 4-speed transmission. And that's the Dana 60 out of a, I think it's an 87 GMC 1-ton dually, I think it was, that we got it out of. If I remember right. That's got a 4-link in the front. Yep. So I still got a lot of wiring to do in here. A lot of other stuff that needs to be done, but so it's a 4.8 LS. I was up on the mountain, and me and my wife were dooley-wopping up at the cabin, kind of back in the woods. Well, I ran out of oil pressure, and it was very strange. Like, checked the oil, I had plenty of oil in it.
Think with your dipstick, Jimmy!
So I sat around and let it sit for a little bit. Started it up, had plenty of oil pressure. I drove that thing probably a mile and a half and lost oil pressure again. So then that went on back and forth for about an hour to get back to the cabin. And I thought for sure oil pump went out. Something went out in the LS. I was pretty sure I thought it was the oil pump. Which I took it down, took the motor out, and looked in there, and it looked like that was a not well maintained motor when I got that Jeep. It had sludge about 1.5 inches, maybe 1 inch deep in the oil pan, and it was just the only clean spot was where the pickup for the oil pump was.
Hepatitis, see you later!
So, did some searching around and found a motor from Jasper. I think it's Jasper Motors or Jasper Machine, or I can't remember what it is, but found the motor from Jasper. Another 4.8. I didn't want to put another junkyard motor in because, you know, this thing is way past junkyard motor stage. And so I put that in there and I drove it around for a little bit. Drove it around for probably, you know, it was a year, I bet you, all summer. Well, then I won those tires. And, you know, once you win Mickey Thompson's Baja Pro X stickies, well, the Dana 44s were not going to work. And I had them pretty well built. They had 513 gears in it, lockers, chrome ollies in the rear, had RCVs in the front. I mean, it was built. Pretty built Dana 44s, but Dana 44s are not going to hold 43s stickies. I mean, I'll be breaking axles left and right with this. You know, they said to buy a Jeep. It would be fun, they said. This thing's pretty much a wiring nightmare. When I get all the drivetrain and everything running good, it needs to have a total revamp of wiring. As you can see back down under here, yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'll try to get it up on the lift and I'll show you guys more. I can crawl underneath it and it's a lot easier to walk under there and kind of just show you. So let me and Brown Dog get her up on the lift and we'll be back to you. All right. So there you go. It's fully stretched out now on the lift. And you can kind of see there's a lot of travel. So built these for my strut brackets. Coming up through, this is tied into my roll cage here, coming down into some 3/8 plate. Did another one back up here. This is tied into my B pillar on right to my body mount that I had to put in. This is all 1/4-inch plate, 2 sides, all the way down the frame. You can see where I plated it all the way down. You can see that bar right there is tied into my roll cage up in front. Got some custom motor mounts built up for that LS in there. It's old bypass 16-inch ORI struts. Oh, the list could go on for days. This is a Artec high steer kingpin, PSC 3.0 hydraulic ram. I got the low clearance oil pan for the LS. Yeah, those shocks. That's been my biggest dilemma. If I would do it again, I'd probably go with some 14s. 16s are a bit much. But yeah, that's kind of where it's at. Let me raise her up here, show you what we got underneath. I built that crossover bar. Right there you can kind of see where my 4-link goes to. It's tied into this 1/4-inch plate that runs all the way down the both sides. You can kind of see my exhaust that I had to put a good old dent in right here just to clear this down here. That's a long ways away from there right now. Built some custom body mounts. If you could see here, I tubed in this cross section back here so it'd be rigid, so nothing will move in this area. Yeah.
They're nice.
We put a TMR shave kit, so it shaves off the bottom of that. That 14 bolt will hang down about 2 inches right here. And it comes down and around and back up here. So this gained me about 2 inches of ground clearance by putting that on there. Yeah, it's just a whole lot of stuff. Up in front, we got some more 4-link action going. Let's see a good spot for this light here. This is when I first dabbled into having 4 links, you know, coming up with all the trajectories, and basically the best thing I can tell you is you want the length of your bottom bar to be, your top bar be 75% of your bottom bar. That keeps this about in the same direction. There's so many equations on the internet that you could go over. I ain't gonna bore you with that, the geometry and math, and yeah, it'll make you silly.
Fourth thing you gotta remember is, okay, so some people were, they were doing some stuff, and then other people were like, hey, don't do that stuff, and then.
But then you got this super heavy 1/4 inch brace between the frame on there. And that, the reasoning why I lifted up the whole body and everything, you can kind of see here. Let's see if I can get her into that area. That on the bottom side of that is, so this right here is my scrub plane. I got a skid plate that bolts right onto that. It's on a bolt right here, come around, go back up, kind of wrap around this frame right here, come all the way to here, go around my old transmission. I think it's going to stick out a little bit for the oil pan on my motor. And then it comes back around, and right here, kind of, I'm thinking that's where I'm going to build it. Come around and kind of bolt on this side so none of the bolts really get messed up in the process. But yeah, this is straight tied to my roll cage. It's welded. So this is 1/4 inch plate, and this diamond here it's kind of a really strong point where all these 4 links bolt to or weld to. So I put another diamond plate around this, and this gets anchored to that. And those are motor mounts that I had to build a custom motor mount to go here because, well, my exhaust here is just, well, it's pretty tight in this area. As you see, I built the little heat shield. It's wrapped from front to back. I'm putting a twin stick cable on this that goes around and comes up on the console that I'm going to build up there, so it's going to be sitting right next to me. So in the front of this, we got, so Dana 60. This is a 1/4 inch plate. This is an Artec truss that I've kind of manufactured to fit low profile. That, I think it's only 3 1/4. I think from here to here, because I wanted that low profile, so when it comes up here, it could be just barely clearing all that. And then, so then this has got 538 gears, lockers in it, all Yukon lockers, 538s, Yukon axles, chrome ollies. Got the Yukon hubs. So basically, this axle is Yukon from hub to hub, bearings, everything. I don't know if you guys have ever had a Yukon hub before, but I mean, you could pretty much lock it in and out. They're real nice. That is best hub I've ever ran.
I gotta get me one of those.
So in the back, we got 14 bolt. It's got a Yukon axle, chrome ollie axle, 538 gears, locker in it, disc brakes, Artec truss going on the back of it. I shrank it down a little bit. I think I took about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 off of it. So I wanted it lower. to fit in all this humongous area that you think is right here that just disappears. She's gone when it all compresses. So that's kind of, as you see, there's been a lot of work done to it. And so I built all this. This is all 1/4-inch plate. I bent the tube, did the dimple dies going around that as armor, bolted to that. Yeah. And this is just I think this is a poison spider rock slide, which pretty sure that is going to be gone. That's just where that sits right now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to build another one. So I'll end up destroying that. But yeah, overall, it's going to be a pretty amazing Jeep when it's done. So there's quite a few parts left to put on there still. Like I said, there's going to be plenty more videos of that. You can kind of see about the line of what I was going for here with the front of my bumper and my tires. You can kind of see my departure angle in the back here. It's just amazing. Like I could drop off anything and pretty much not hit the backside of this. But anyways, there's my 1981 CJ7, better known as the Mistress. Probably for this weekend, we'll probably either be doing this or I know I got a bunch of firewood I need to cut. Maybe I'll show you guys how to keep your shop warm, 30 below in Wyoming. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. More videos to come for sure. On that, there's going to be a whole playlist because there's days on that still. So I think we're going to go. Coda's ready to go inside. He's ready to go eat some food and lay back on the couch. Have a good one. So, just remember, like and subscribe. If you don't start a project, you can't finish a project. So get off your ass and go start a project. You might learn something. We'll see you guys later.